Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's something serious. Where my girls at? We link up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Where my girls at? For real, where my girls at? Because today we're talking football. We are talking football. I'm so excited about this topic. So much to talk about. You guys, you have just tuned in to We Got Issues, and we're here every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. So excited to be with you. 9:10 a.m. the Superstation-WFDF out of Detroit. And we're talking about all things. You never know what we might be talking about when you tune in. You don't even know what kind of attitude we're going to bring you that day. You don't know whether we're going to be laughing, crying, spilling some tea. You don't know what we're going to be covering. You don't even know who's going to be here today. One of our girlfriends is celebrating her birthday with her husband's birthday. Who marries somebody who's born on the exact same day or just about? Caterina's one day, Anthony's another day. They are celebrating at a luxurious spot out on the West Coast. Neither one of us are there. Follow her on Instagram and Facebook. You will see Caterina is living her best life right now. So we're sending her a lot of love and a lot of joy. But me, Chris, and Sabrina are here to hold it down. We want to give you lessons and laughter and love, and we're so excited to talk about different kind of topics every time. We love when you guys lean in. We love when you call in. We love when you share. We hope to enlighten you and inform you and engage you and shake you up a little bit and tell you what's going on. We personally have learned so much since we've been on this show. It has been so great. And then recently, y'all, seriously, people have been calling us their auntie. What? Oh, my goodness, their auntie? Oh, hey. I want aunties like us. I want aunties like us. Oh my gosh. You got to vibe with this. You got to be in our tribe with us. We're so glad that you're here. Whether you're following us on Facebook, whether you called in, whether you're on iHeartRadio, whether you're at 9:10 a.m. on their Facebook page or calling in, or maybe you're on the Force of Friendship. This We Got Issues show is brought to you by the Force of Friendship, and you could be on our page watching us here. But however you're tuning in, we're glad that you're here. And so before we go into football, yes, girl, women and football. Carolyn Muse is there like, bam, women in football. You know, before I go around, I want to tell you that used to be in the fall, it was Women's Widow when it came to football season, because men would be all about football and women would not. But that was then, and now is now. And, you know, me and Sabrina are big in sports. Chris and Caterina, not so much. Not so much. We're going to bring them along. We're going to bring them along. So this is very, very exciting. So let's go to Crisette first. Crisette, I told her when I saw her, when it opened, I was like, oh, there she go with another sweater. OMG, another fabulous sweater. Go ahead, Chris. What's happening at the Big D? What's happening in the Big D?
Hey, you guys. I'm so glad to be here. We got issues. Yes, I have on this thick sweater because when I tell you I had to go out to the grocery store today, and when I tell you it is cold, very, very, very cold. I just told Chuck, I said, our little pond that's right next to our house, I'm really considering going and buying me some ice skates. And literally, I can practice ice skating on that nice little pond. It's safe. It can't be that deep. That's how cold it is. So yeah, gotta stay warm. But you know what? Today, I did something. How many of you follow different food, like seafood on Instagram, people that cook different things. And I've been following one of the seafood networks. And when I tell you, Gloria, you talking about the food just jumps off of the screen when you're watching it. I mean, literally, you could feel your mouth watering. It looks so good. So yes. So I was looking the other day, and the guy that was on there, I have to go back and see who he is. And I think he's part of one of these seafood networks. And when I tell you, he prepared this shrimp pasta with spinach and grape tomatoes and Parmesan cheese. It was so good till I said, I'm going to make that. Literally, I clicked and he had the entire recipe with all the ingredients. So I went to the grocery store today. I bought everything. I fought the cold, went to the grocery store and made it. And when I tell you, literally, I could sell it. That's how delicious it is.
You went to the store today. You made it today. And it's delicious today.
Wow. Today. Yes. So, you know what? That was doing something different. You know, a lot of times I see it. I say, I'm going to do it. And, you know, you get busy. And so today I said, you know what? I am going to go buy the ingredients and I'm going to prepare it. And I'm so glad I did because it was absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. So yeah, so that now I can put that. I didn't Facebook Live it or anything because, you know, I wanted to do it first to see if it was going to turn out right. And then the second time I'll do it live. But it's delicious, Gloria. You would absolutely love it. Absolutely.
You got to send it to me. You got to send it to me now. And I send it to somebody around here who can cook.
Absolutely, because I know you're not going to do it. Give it to Ken.
You know I'm not.
Ken will hook it up.
Ken will do it. Ken will make it happen.
While we're waiting on Sabrina to come in, because it looks like she's having a few internet problems, I was reading this and I was really surprised. It says that we have a coffee problem. Okay. And a new study shows that climate change will make it much harder to grow Arabica coffee in the coming years. Coffee prices have already been spiking due to bad weather. So you might want to save a cup this morning and because of the climate change. And so I'm a coffee drinker. I know you're a coffee drinker. We know a lot of people who are coffee drinkers. And I'm telling you, climate change is affecting so many things. And so, you know, that's one of the things that we enjoy. So when you see it on sale, you better buy it because you just don't know, you know, what the prices are going to look like in a couple of years.
So it's not the, you know how they keep talking about shortage supplies. It's not the supply chain issue. It's no coffee to be had.
It's the climate. The climate is changing that much that they're not able to produce as much coffee. I mean,
now, let me say something.
We got to get back and do another show on climate change because it is real and it's a conversation that we need to have over and over and over again.
But here's the thing, Chris, if we're having this much trouble being in a pandemic, can you imagine being in a pandemic with no coffee? Holy camoly. Oh my goodness. That would be a disaster. A disaster. Oh my goodness. Oh no, we cannot be in a pandemic without coffee. Absolutely cannot. So we're definitely going to have to do that. So much going on, you guys, with the Supreme Court choices and everything. There's a lot going on, but we got Sabrina right there. Woo, she right here, right What's going on, Sabrina?
What's going on, Sabrina? Monday while you in the fray?
Well, I'm here. I have major issues, you guys. I'm glad to see you guys. Chris is all excited about her cooking today. I was like, girl, you out there in it? She's like, you going out there? I'm like, absolutely not. It's 5 degrees. I ain't going nowhere. And then she had to send me a picture of her food. It looks so good. So I'm excited. I got my football gear on, Gloria. Let's talk football, baby. Let's talk football.
Let's talk football. I am so excited, you guys. We have a guest here today, but let me tell you this. The league has put the female demographics at football, you guys, listen to this, at 47%. 47% of people who watch football are women. And listen to this, more women watch the Super Bowl than watch the Grammys, the Oscars, and the Emmys combined. Wow. Right, you guys. Seriously, it is no joke. So, Quiani, bring on our guest, Quiani Miller. I'm so excited about Quiani. Quiani. Here she comes. Very excited about that. Yes, Jalen. Thank you, Jalen, for the applause. Thank you for the applause, Jalen. That is so exciting. She's going to come on in just a second as soon as we can get her in here. But I will tell you guys, there's so much going on in football. And I've loved so many other women that have come on the Facebook and said, I love football. I know you can't see. But I definitely have on a Raven shirt, okay? I'm a Raven through and through. You know, I haven't always loved football, but when my son started playing football in high school, I started going to the games. I used to be a participant because I was a cheerleader and I was captain of cheerleading in high school. So that made me love being on the sidelines of football. But I never really watched the game. When they cheered, I cheered as a cheerleader. But then when I started playing football, I started really paying attention to it. And I absolutely love it. And now 50% of the people playing fantasy football are women. 50% of the leagues playing fantasy football. 50%. That's craziness. For real.
Wow.
It's fantasy. Now, I can tell you honestly, I haven't gotten into fantasy football yet. So I still... Sabrina, do you play fantasy football?
No, I do not. No way. No. The boys do, so I call them to their teams and their players, but I'm not into it. Nope.
Yeah, no. I'm not into it. Sabrina, you want to tell them who your team is so we can boo you?
You know it's the Dallas Cowboys. It's American team. You know what it is. That's what it is.
Boo.
Yes.
You don't think it's going to be the Bengals now this year for you?
No.
You're in Ohio, you know. You live out on the lake in Ohio.
Kansas City, baby. KC Chiefs. Because we're out. I'm a Chiefs fan. Yes, my home. KC in that.
Yes, we love y'all. And so listen, you guys, if you love football, you got to call in. You got to call in at 313-778-7600. You got to call in and put your names, your teams in the chat. That's a big deal. You guys, this is a big deal. They're welcoming women as officiants on the football field. So they've got 2 women that are officiating football games. Listen, in the 101-year history, there's only 2 women officiants in football. Well, 47% of their audience is women. Can you read that for me? Things are going to change. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. And so when they start putting up these numbers, and now we have a women's football league, and our guest is coming back, so I'm sure she's getting in with that. But here's the thing. A woman named, listen to her name, Sheila Ford Hemp, who is one of the principal owners of the Detroit Lions. I guess her last name is Ford, okay? Ford.
And so, Gloria, you didn't ask me who my favorite.
I just you just skipped straight on over me. That's all right. Who's your team, Chris? Who's your team?
I'm going to go for the Lions because it's politically correct.
And you don't know nothing else, right?
The Lions do the right thing. I know know they've lost a lot. A lot is an understatement. And I do know that Stafford has left us, and he beat Tom Brady. Okay?
Yes.
So that
Yes. Very good, Chris. That was big, because one of the reasons I wanted to do the show was to talk about the playoffs and how phenomenal the playoffs were this year. Me and Sabrina were texting back and forth, and I was screaming all over Facebook. It's something about when we go to the playoffs. I get on Facebook Live every time because I'm just so juiced up. But we're going to come back to that, because we're going to have some sponsors come and talk about the radio show. You are listening to We Got Issues, and we're talking about women and football. And if you want to call in, call us at 313-778-7600. We can't wait to see you in just a minute. We'll be right back.
In 1906, we were successful because we had each other's back when no one else did. We built Greenwood, also known as Black Wall Street. Now we're building the new Black Wall Street together as the largest Black-owned bank. We know you, and you can feel it. We have your back with 2-day early pay, unapologetically Black Visa debit cards with no monthly fee, and a highly rated mobile app. Join us at OneUnited.com today.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention process. We create professional materials representing your idea and submit it to companies who are looking for new ideas. We have more than 9,000 companies who have agreed to review ideas in confidence. If a company shows interest in manufacturing your invention, we can negotiate on your behalf. We have helped over 10,000 clients receive patents. We also offer services including 3D modeling and animation demonstrating your idea, prototyping services, and we use state-of-the-art technology to show InventHelp client ideas to additional companies. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp.
Call us for free information at 1-800-460-1663. That's 1-800-460-1663. Again, 1-800-460-1663.
Balance of Nature is fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I had no energy for months and months and months. I had no energy, and I'm a very active person. And my husband was noticing that I was tired all the time, and I was slow at everything that I was doing. And I kept listening to the commercials, and, you know, you don't know if something's going to help you or not, but I decided this was something I was going to do. And lo and behold, in about 4 days to taking them, I was repotting plants. I was doing other things. My husband said to me, "You seem to have more energy." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine." And I'm telling you, nothing has ever made such a difference. So anyway, I'm very happy.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Radio5.
Different names, different voices, but the same energy.
I am Crisette. This is your girl, Caterina. My name is Gloria. This is Sabrina with the Force of Friendship. You better know, it's not just a lucky day. It's a blessed day with energy and life and love. America, do we have some issues? I'm going to need you to call it today. You know how we do it. We talk about it all. We're going to see that friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together. I promise you, you're going to learn a lot with this conversation.
We are 910 AM Superstation.
We are back. And we have Quiani Miller. There she is. Yay! Okay, we're getting it together. We are so getting it together, you guys. I am very excited for you guys to meet her. She's doing work outside of her home, becoming a coder. So she's definitely in the tech world. We were on the phone earlier talking. She got more phones than I have. Amazing. She's all up in the tech world, so it's exciting. But she's also a new entrepreneur with Mary Kay, and she plays football, and I love it. However, she is a Steelers fan, and that's a problem, okay? She's a Steelers fan, and that's a problem. She saw my shirt. She was like, no. Because because we have a major rivalry between Baltimore Ravens and whatever.
Wow.
So, Quiani, introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself. I'm so excited. And don't forget to brag about yourself so that our viewers know more about you.
My name is Quiani Miller. I'm originally from New York, born and raised. I recently moved down to the Atlanta area. I currently am a player for the Atlanta Phoenix here in the Atlanta area. I'm also a high school official for football. I am a peer leader with the Woven Women's Veterans Network. I'm also a peer support group leader and warrior leader with Wounded Warrior Project. I'm a United States Army and Air Force veteran. And, this is my rookie season with the Atlanta Phoenix, so really excited about that. And, of course, go Steelers.
Oh, please. I almost cut you off by mistake. Now, you guys tell us this. I'm very excited. How did you fall in love with football, and what position do you play?
So I actually was not a football fan as a kid. I got into football when I was in the military. A bunch of my friends all were watching football, and they were like, you're not doing anything, come hang out with us. So I started learning the game, learning football, and they were all Steelers fans. So because of them, I naturally became a Steelers fan. I was already out of New York. I was living in Virginia. They were fans of the Steelers, so that's how I became a Steelers fan. And just started watching the game, learning the game. I have a love for all things physical and contact. So I do jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. I have done wheelchair basketball, sled hockey. So I like to do physical stuff. And so when I got down to Atlanta, I was looking for a community of people, just to get to know the area, get to know the people, and I found football. I was like, well, it doesn't get any better than being able to, be physical and meet people. So that's how I started playing for the Atlanta Phoenix.
Wow, that's so amazing. What position do you play?
I play center and guard.
Center and guard. Okay, so I know what that means.
I'm on the O-line.
That's good. But a lot of people don't. So tell them what does that mean to the people that are listening who may not know what that means.
So if you don't know football, the center is the person that's in the middle of the field that starts every play. The center snaps the ball before the quarterback can do anything. The center has to have the ball. So, and then the guards are the people that are standing right next to him or her.
Okay. I love that, him or her. That's exciting. Okay, so tell us your journey. Tell us your journey to getting to the place where you're now on the team. Because there's one thing to watch football on TV. It's another thing to be a woman playing football. And we're going to go into the women's league in just a second. But I want to go into what was your journey to get to the place where you are actually a player on the team? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So I tried out the 2019-2020 season and made the team, went to all of the practices, went to camp. We were about 3 weeks out, and COVID happened. So the whole league shut down. I mean, the entire country shut down at that point. We were in the middle of a pandemic. So, I stayed active. I had a personal trainer, kept working out. Everything was good. Came back around 2020, 2021, and I missed tryouts due to being out of town on vacation. Came back, and I had to move and injured my back. So I was out for the whole season. Wow, I couldn't play, but I stayed engaged with the team. I was a part of the admin team, helped out with anything they needed. If they needed water, if they needed stuff transported, I traveled to most of the games. I was on the sidelines helping with balls, anything the team needed, just so that I could stay around the team, stay around the game. It kept me engaged, kept my spirits up. And then tryouts came back around this year. We had tryouts in October. I tried out again, made the team again. And so now we're in our conditioning period where we're doing practices and things like that. And we're getting ready for camp in the beginning of February, and then the season starts April 2nd.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about your coach. I don't know anything about the league, so tell us a little about the coach. Could you tell them it's the Women's Football Conference, you said, right?
So I put in the WNFC, which is the Women's National Football Conference.
we are sponsored by both Adidas and Rydell. So all of our attire is Adidas, uniforms are Adidas. Rydell is the helmet sponsor, of course, so we all wear Rydell helmets, got the best protection on the field. The league has been on NBC, CBS, Fox, the NFL Network. We actually have our own streaming platform called Vire Network, and you can see all of our games up there. If you go on any smart device, you can actually download the Vire Network app, and you'll be able to watch the seasons past. The Atlanta Phoenix has we have the most viewed game on the network. So
Really? Why is that? Why do you feel that is?
everybody loves the Atlanta Phoenix. We are that team.
Really? But when you say you're that team because of the way that you gel, because of your fan base, because of the coaching staff, because of the energy, what would you say it is?
We have the most swag. We have the best
swag. Wait, I love that. They have the swag.
We have the best fans in the WNSC. We have so much support from the city, from just everybody. Everybody loves Atlanta. Everybody wants to be Atlanta, and everybody wants to beat Atlanta.
Wow.
I
have a question, Gloria.
And Quiani, thank you so much for joining us on today. And I'm glad to be here because unlike Gloria and Sabrina that love football, knows everything about football, I don't know hardly anything about football. I just know that when it's the playoffs or my husband and his friends are watching, I just know to jump up and holler when they jump up and holler. Okay? So that's how it starts. That's a start. I know what the football looks like. I know what it means to kick the football to get the extra 2 points. I know that. So there are some things I do know. I'm not a total novice. But my question to you is, do you see in the very near future, I know there are a few, not a lot, of girls being joining football teams at the high school level? I know it might be a few. I think I've seen a few stories of teenage girls at the high school level being the kicker for the team. But I always thought, is that something? Is it only a certain position that they will be able to play because it's such a contact sport? I just don't know about if there'll ever be the day where you ever put men and women in a national. You couldn't do that, I don't think, right?
I can't speak to that. I would say, I've been wrestling football now for about 3 years as well. When I got down here into Atlanta, I started wrestling as well. And I wrestled Little League, middle school, high school, and I've seen girls play all through Little League and in some middle schools, but you don't see them as often or as frequently at the high school level. You are starting to see them as kickers, but here in Georgia, Georgia is the first state to actually start a flag football league for high school. So that is a recognized high school sport here. So the girls play flag football. So, we're looking for that crossover. There are so many girls and young women that want to play football, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I think that they should be allowed, and I definitely think it should be when we have our own teams. I don't really think we need to play with the men.
Okay, very good. Well, let me just check and see if we have a caller. Pauline, are you on? Are you on, Pauline? Uh-oh, we have you. Yes, we have you now. We have 2 minutes before the break, but we want to bring you in at least start. How are you? Thanks for calling. We got issues.
I'm good. I'm glad to see that this is being, talked about or having, conversations, because I've been watching football with my boyfriend, and it's definitely entertaining, to say the least.
That's good. How do you like it?
I do like it. I like it. And I like the physicality of it. Like Quiani was expressing that she was involved with the Atlanta Phoenix. And so that's something I'm also going to be looking into.
Awesome. You want to play?
I would like to.
Okay, well, you're on the right show then. You are on the right show. I'm very, very excited. You guys, an estimated 4,000 women in the United States play tackle football in organized leagues. 4,000 women play tackle football, which includes 8 teams in the U.S. Women's Football League and the 20 teams in the Women's National Football Conference. Probably hang in there with us. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. We'll be right back. You called in the We Got Issues. We have a guest. Quiani Miller is on. We're so excited. We'll be right back to you.
It's going down, it's going out tonight, we're going out tonight, yeah, it's going out tonight, it's going out tonight.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Losing sleep over a stressful job or a bad boss? It's time to get to know Express Employment Professionals. Connect on the Express Jobs app or ExpressPros.com. More than 500,000 people find work with Express each year.
Get faster, people, get faster, get faster.
Okay, so are you embarrassed by your dark, crusty toenails? Did you know it could be nail fungus? Horsey Foot and Ankle can get rid of nail fungus quickly and naturally. Traditional nail treatments have included painful toenail removal, taking peels, or applying topical solutions that may not even work. Why bother with peels that could damage your liver? Let the foot specialist of Horsey Foot and Ankle immediately clear up your thickened, discolored, brittle, and crumbly toenails with the safest and most effective FDA-approved laser treatment. Call Horsey Foot and Ankle surgeons today and make your appointment at 248-559-5200. Ladies, summer is just around the corner, and I know you want to wear those sexy, strappy sandals. Fellas, you can stop wearing those thick socks with your sandals, too. Call Horsley Foot and Ankle surgeons today and get rid of nail fungus. Call 248-559-5200. That's 248-559-5200.
Log on to horsleyfoot.com for more info. Visit Central Park Deli today and receive 10% off any purchase when ordering from our mobile app and enter promo code 910AM. Our new menu items include gluten-free wraps, spinach wraps, fried spicy buffalo cauliflower, and sweet potato maple cheesecake. Don't forget about our always delicious Seiginsburg corned beef, our fresh hand-patty charbroiled 100% premium beef burgers, and our homemade teriyaki stir fries. Central Park Deli has curbside service available and DoorDash delivery. Come visit us today.
Attention! Do you owe back taxes, fines, and penalties to the IRS? The IRS now offers new relief options for taxpayers affected by COVID-19, but you can't go it alone. Call Tax Solutions now. Our team of former IRS agents and tax professionals can get you the best deal. We know the COVID-19 rules. Call us and never speak to the IRS again.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours. The virus has caused the IRS to take extensive action to help taxpayers. So if you owe $10,000 or more, this is the best time in years to settle your tax debt.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
Remember, the IRS will not give up until you pay. Call 800-683-9499. 800-683-9499. 800-683-9499.
The 910 AM live stream can now be seen on Apple TV, Roku, Chromecast, YouTube Red, iPhone, iPad, Android phone, Android tablet, Amazon Kindle Fire, any Windows phone. Watch us live at 910AMSuperstation.com.
Here we go. So much to talk about. So much to talk about when it comes to sports. So much to talk about when it comes to football. Paulinita, are you still on with us? Are you still there? I am. What did you want to say on the radio show? What did you want to say on the radio show?
I didn't.
Oh, you just called in to hang out with us?
I did. I am just, thankful that I got the link show that you guys are having this evening. So I thought I'd chime in.
Well, I'm so glad that you called in. And we love it when people call in. We love it when you call in. So please keep continuing to watch with us and bring others into the tribe. When we got issues, we're excited to be here for so many reasons. But so thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate it. We're talking women and football and all things that are footballish and all things. Sabrina, What do you want to talk about when it comes to football? Because you know I was coming to you.
Yeah, I thank you, Quiani, for being with us. That's awesome. I want to know more about the women's league. How many teams do we have in the U.S.? Where are they located? I need to get up on this women's league because I had no idea. So educate our audience on the women's league in football. And then I got a couple other questions.
Absolutely, it is my pleasure. So I play as a part of the WNFC, which is the Women's National Football Conference. We are a 20-team league. We play a 10-week season, which includes 6 games. We have 6 games. We have bye weeks, and then we have the playoffs and the 9 Cup, which is our Super Bowl. We have teams all across the country from the Washington Prodigy, the Atlanta Phoenix, the Alabama Fire, the Mississippi Panthers. I mean, all across the country. So if you check out the website, it's WNFCfootball.com. The list of the teams is up there. There's teams in almost every city. And then, of course, we have the schedule up there as well. So you can check out the teams in your area. You can go and support them. And if you reach out to the individual team, you can get tickets, of course.
Yeah, that's amazing. We want to definitely get the word out. The promote the WNFC. Absolutely. How long has this league been around?
The league has been around for quite a few years now. We had our biggest launch in 2019 with 15 teams as a part of the campaign for She Breaks Barriers. And
I like that.
Was coupled with the Adidas launch. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. And you said you wrestled? You wrestled before you played football?
I did jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai.
Jiu-jitsu? Okay, excellent. And what is the condition like right now? You said that you guys, I guess your season, that season is interesting. So you guys start in February or March and go through, what, April, May, so it's like a spring season?
We are spring season, but our season actually starts in April. So our first season game will be April 2nd. The season opener starts in April. So every team is in practice mode right now. We're all in practice, conditioning. We all just finished having all of our tryouts and everything. So everybody's teams are kind of set. And now we're going through building up conditioning, getting people in shape. And then, of course, you'll have camps. People go and you'll get your camaraderie. You'll start to gel as a team. You'll find that synergy. And then from there, we'll go into the season.
So, Quiani, I have a question. And my question is this something that you're doing part-time, and is it something that pays you? Is it like a part-time? I mean, how do you fit this into your lifestyle? Because you're doing so many other things. How do you fit this into your lifestyle? And if someone was
and being part of the league, is this something that pays the players?
The players.
So no, this is not a paid league currently. We are the closest to professional football players that you're going to find. There is an opportunity for pay, but there's so much that has to go into that for us to get paid. It's not just, you show up and you play and we're going to pay you. Because we have to pay for fields. We have to pay for uniforms. We have to pay for travel. We don't play just in Atlanta. My team schedule, we play here in Atlanta. We have 3 home games, and then we have 3 away games, which include going up to D.C. to play the Washington Prodigy. We'll go down to Florida to play the Avengers. I believe they're in Jacksonville. And then we also go over to Alabama to play the Alabama Fire. So travel has to be paid for. Field time, when we're practicing, somebody's got to pay for the field. When people we have to have medical staff on the sidelines for games, so physical therapists, all of these things have to be included. So it's not, just something that you can show up and pay for.
Wow. Well, tell me about your folks, too.
Okay. I got to ask this question because the guys, they have to travel, they have to have medical staff, they have to do all of that as well. So what do we have to do to get the women paid? How far away are we from women being paid?
That question is probably a little bit above my level. can't answer that yet. There are definitely some people that, we can get into a conversation with, but I'm not at that level.
I got you. Well, Quiani, you deserve to be played. You deserve to be the play. You deserve to get played. So
that's right.
We believe you're going to get played one day soon. Gloria, go ahead.
Well, it's people like that keep going out, that keep asking, keep inquiring, keep bringing the excellence. I love when you said at the beginning of your story, when you couldn't play, you were all up in it. You were making sure your face was seen in every way possible, just so that wouldn't lose sight, and you wouldn't lose sight of your passion for the game. But I want to hear about the coach. Tell me a little bit about the coach of your team.
So my coach's name is Coach Red. He's been around the team for a long time. The Atlanta Phoenix has it started out as a different team and then eventually became the Atlanta Phoenix in the last few years. And Coach Red has been with the team long before I existed in the football world. He is phenomenal. My personal experience with him, because this is my first season underneath him as a coach, has been amazing. He takes the time during practice to explain things to you. If you have questions, he's very coachable. He's open. He's like, hey, whatever you need, you can ask. As a lineman, and this, again, being my first season, I've had a lot of questions. What my footwork is supposed to look like. What do I do in this position? What do I do in this situation? And he stays after practice and answers questions. He'll stop practice on the field, because now is the time we mess up. You get those questions answered in practice, because during the game it's go time. So he takes the time to make sure that everybody has what they're needing as far as learning and understanding football.
Right. That's so interesting. Okay, so now that we have some football watchers and some football players and some guests on here, it's so funny. Carolyn, you said, Lady Crisette, I used to not know anything about football. Then my husband and my son taught me all about it. Now it seems out of everybody else. So pretty soon y'all going to come back here in 6 months, and we're going to have Caterina and Crisette doing commentating on football. But I do want to know, since Quiani loves football and Sabrina and I love football, what did you think about the playoffs that this last weekend? Did you watch them like we were watching them?
Absolutely.
What did you think? What did you think were the highlights for you?
I thought it was absolutely crazy that all 4 games ended in field goals. Like, that was amazing. To see football teams be up 30-something points and allow a team to come back. And then just listening to the banter of the fans after the fact, like, your team lost because they couldn't do it in four quarters. You had to go to overtime. You can't be mad anymore. So it's just been an experience watching this last weekend of the playoffs.
Right. One of the things I just saw, like Stanford, who came from the Tigers and went out to LA and brought them and beat Brady. I mean, that was just so crazy. And then when he had the call on the quarter or whatever, on the coin toss, and oh my God, I felt so bad I felt bad. I felt bad that it came down to a coin toss, and he never got the ball again. You know what I mean? That was so crazy. And I feel their hearts. When they're playing like that. And I really loved when Patrick Mahomes ran over there, gave him a hug to Allen. What team was that, Sabrina? Was it Josh Allen?
Yeah.
He played for Buffalo. Yeah, he played for Buffalo. Yeah, that was big. What did you think about it, Sabrina? What did you think about the playoffs?
I just loved everything about it, y'all. I mean, it's just competition at the highest level. So many lessons, so many nuggets. You think about what it takes to play at that level, for one. For two, for it to be such a competitive game. I don't like playoff games when it's a blowout. And so I was just so grateful that we had really good football. And then just the lesson, never give up. It ain't never over. Like one of my girlfriends, she stopped watching the game. She's like, I turned the game off. I said, you gotta turn the game back on. You gotta turn the game back on. Because it just got good. The last quarter, the last few minutes, you gotta turn the game back on. And so I just love sports that when you get so many life lessons. It ain't never over till it's over. Give it all you got till the very end. And so I can't wait for this weekend. I'm excited about this weekend. Then I'm excited about the playoffs.
Right. So we're going to go to a break real quick, and then we're going to talk about who's coming up this weekend. And we're going to get all our audience, all our tribes to fall in love with football by the end of this show. For real. We're going to talk about it at the end of the show. And Quiani's going to bring us into some professional details, some behind the scenes, like what happens in football behind the scenes, whether it's a women's team or whether it's a men's team. What's going on back there that we don't know anything about? Give us some tea about what's happening, how they condition themselves, how they stay motivated, how they stay clued in, how they become a family, how they develop that atmosphere, how they have that confidence that everybody wants to be a Atlanta team and everybody wants to be us. I mean, I love that part. So we're going to go to a break and we'll be right back. We're right back.
Today in Superstation has the greatest advertising deal ever with our Godfather Bank. 200 spots for $500, with a must-air within 30-day policy. That is only $2.50 per spot, and we will even produce the spots free. That's right, free. Call Jamie Harrington now at 248-357-4566. It's 248-357-4566.
WAGL gets a facelift and is now My 38 Detroit. Along with a facelift comes a new program on Mondays at 8 p.m. Catch a 2-hour block of Law and Order SVU. Tuesday, Chicago Fire. Wednesdays, Dateline. More Dateline and Chicago PD on Thursdays and on Fridays. You'll get more Chicago PD to start your weekend. We'll still have some of your favorite shows like Mom, Blackish, and Friends. Just adding more for you to enjoy on My 38.
Did you know most vitamin supplements don't even come from food? Even the products with colorful fruits and vegetables adorning the labels are seldom derived from produce. Typically, supplements are synthetic, made in a laboratory. Modern science may synthetically imitate these chemicals, but your body isn't fooled. It knows the difference, and it craves quality materials to build, repair, and fight illness. You need to consume fruits and vegetables daily in a variety of colors, as well as whole grains and other fresh food. That's why I formulated Balance of Nature. I wanted to be able to give my patients a natural alternative to the cheap, unnatural chemistry by giving them real fruits and vegetables. In fact, the only ingredients inside of Balance of Nature are whole fruits and vegetables. Don't settle for imitation nutrition. Reach for the good stuff, the real stuff.
Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get 35% off your first preferred order by using discount code Radio5.
The Word Network has been broadcasting inspirational messages around the world since the year 2000, and we keep getting bigger and better and more innovative. Seen all around the world, we bring you the best teaching, impartation, singing, and inspiration. If you want original programming, we have that too. The Word Network is your exclusive source for all things inspiration, and we can be found on every device imaginable. If you want to be uplifted and inspired, you need the Word Network. Different names, different voices, but the same energy.
I am Crisette. This is your girl, Caterina. My name is Gloria. This is Sabrina. With the force of friendship, you better know it's not just a lucky day. It's a blessed day with energy and light and love. America, do we have some itching? I'm going to need you to call it today. You know how we do it. We talk about it all. We're going to keep looking at friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together. I promise you, you're going to learn a lot with this conversation.
We are 910 AM Superstation.
Yeah, bring him in. Go on. They said Big Ben is done. Roethlisberger is done. I know you're sad, girl. I know you're sad, but I love Tomlin as a coach of the Steelers. I really do love Tomlin as one of the best football coaches. I just really do love him. But Big Ben is that. But I have to give you guys this little tidbit about one of the things that makes Baltimore so fabulous. Okay, because there's 25 teams. There's 32 teams in the league, and 25 of them have cheerleaders. And cheerleaders is an important part of football. Just in case you didn't know. Quiani, I saw that. But I used to be a cheerleader. It's an important part. And do you know, in 1954, the Baltimore Colts became the first NFL team to have cheerleaders. Ain't that wonderful? Now, all the attention goes to the Dallas cheerleaders, but But the Baltimore cheerleaders were the first cheerleaders in the league. So, Kiana, you know you need those women over there cheering for you, kicking up their legs and working it out. So, now, listen. I know, right? No, I don't think so. Okay, so, Chris, I'm going to put you on the spot. Ask a question that people who don't know football would want to know.
Okay.
And Kiana gets the answer.
Okay. So for me, one of the reasons why, if I was to choose football, if I was to choose a sport, I would probably choose basketball over football, because to me, football is sometimes it's so slow paced. They run and they get sacked, and then they have to run and they get sacked. It just seems like it takes them forever to get down to the other side. So, and sometimes I have a problem following it, because when they do the replay, I don't know who to watch. It's just like a bunch of people on the field, somebody, all the tackling. So what's the easiest way for a new person to understand the game? So real quickly, I need football for dummies. Okay, so give me some basic stuff that next time I watch it with my husband, I can sound like I know something.
All right. So, football for dummies. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Every play starts with the center. Okay, that person is going to snap the ball to the quarterback.
Okay.
She
doesn't know what snap. She doesn't know what snap.
Yeah. I know what snap is. They're going to give the ball to the quarterback. Whether they throw it back or hand it to him, they're going to give the ball to the quarterback. Okay. In most scenarios, we go straight to a quarterback. Every now and then you'll have a trick player to go to a running back or wide receiver. That's too advanced. We're not going there. Okay. So the quarterback gets the ball. The goal is to get 10 yards down the field. So there are orange markers on the side of the field. These big orange things you shoot sticks. That's when they're running down the field and they're trying to get a first down. They're orange, right? So their goal is to get a first down. Sometimes you get a first down. Sometimes you get a little less. Sometimes you get a little bit more. But at the end of the day, you have 4 plays to get a first down. Granted, there are no flags or penalties or anything like that. You have 4 plays to get a first down.
Okay, so how many downs are there? There's 4?
4 downs.
Okay. So 4, 8, 12. So they get 16 times.
No. They get 4 downs. So after 4 downs, the ball goes to the other team.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I wouldn't have known that.
If they get a first down before they get to 4th down, like if they're running down the field and they get their 10 yards, then they get another first down. They get another set of 4 downs.
Okay. But if they don't make it after their first 4 attempts, then the other team gets the ball. Now, see, you have just turned on a light bulb for me. I can go. See y'all later. Bye.
Okay, well, let me tell you about the light bulb. Let me tell y'all about her light bulb that just went on. When she started her question, and she said that football was slow, and I happen to know that her husband loves golf. You cannot tell me that football is slower than golf.
I will never watch golf. I will never watch golf on television. I agree. Trust me, golf is like watching paint dry on walls. So I agree 100%. So don't even put me in the category. I don't watch
right.
golf. Period.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Antonio, which I know Crisette may not know about. Antonio Brown. Is it Antonio Brown? Who just left Tampa Bay. And he did an amazing interview this morning with Nate on CBS Morning News, which was quite interesting. So, Quiani, what have you heard since you got your ear close to the ground about Antonio Brown, and what are your thoughts? Because this is a man, for those of you who don't know, he's a 7-time football Pro Bowler, and he walked off the team during the football game, took off his shirt, and showed his 12,000 pack that he had, which that's all I saw. After that, I don't know what he did after that. I just saw that 12,000 pounds. And he walked out. But tell us what you think, Quiani.
So, for those of you that don't know, Antonio Brown was a Steeler. He used to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. He was part of the Pittsburgh Bees. We had Ben, Brown, and Bell. And so he left us.
He got a championship ring.
Yeah, he got rings with us. There was a lot of different things that happened behind the scenes when he left us. And then he went to the Raiders, I believe. And he had issues there. Didn't even put it down with the Raiders. And then from there, he went to Tampa Bay. And
he went to the Patriots. And then he went to Tampa Bay.
You were there?
He went to the Patriots. And then he went to Tampa Bay.
Oh, that's right. He did go to the Patriots first. Then he went down to Tampa Bay with Brady. And, it's just a lot of stuff surrounding him. I pray that whatever it is that's going on, it works out in his favor. But as far as what we see, we only know what we see. And from what we see, he just brings a lot of drama and chaos. And it makes it hard to want to be a fan of yours when every time you turn around, you're in the middle of a controversy. So, I wish him the best.
Yeah, awesome. Very, very politically correct answer. Excellent job. Excellent job. What about you, Sabrina? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, obviously he's got some issues. Very talented guy. And not here to prejudge, but I hope he gets the help he needs. He's definitely got some stuff going on. I don't know what team picks him up and keeps him. When you take off your shirt in the middle of a game and walk off the field, there comes responsibility with your position out of the pro-team. So I don't know. I don't know the backstory. And we're very careful here because, our college would be like, you don't know the story, so don't pass that. So, and this happens real. So I learned my lesson when I spoke out about Caterina a few weeks ago. So I just pray for the brother and hope he gets some help.
Oh, no, don't go that way. Don't go the soft way. Don't go the soft way. Keep the controversy going. Because he's sad.
You know what? She don't be soft on him, but she don't be soft on us like that. She just let it rip when it comes to us.
Exactly, Chris. Tell her what it is. But they said that he had a hard time with something going on with his knee. They had x-rays. The coach asked him to go back out. He said he didn't want to go back to the fight. But one thing he said today that was interesting, he said, I have a tough time getting help when people are talking to me that are in the college when I started in the pit. And he said their perspective is different than mine. It was a mind-blowing. So, of course, we have mind-blowing. Quiani Miller, we thank you for coming on our show. We got issues today. We're so excited. The force of friendship is in force as we brought women in football. And tomorrow we'll have another show for you. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is 9:10 a.m. The Superstation, and we got issues. And we'll talk to you later. Thank you so much, you guys. Bye-bye. Bye, Quiani. Thank you.